So I started off with this tree right here. I'm kind of breaking away from my usual custom trees that I like to build. If you guys want to see some more videos on custom trees that I've made, go ahead and click the card in the top right corner. And then I moved on to this one, which is very similar to the one that we did back in season 1 at the shopping district when it was Madzify, Mr. Floop, and myself when we were just doing some custom trees and stuff. So you can kind of see it thins out a little bit. And then I did kind of go back to that original kind of style from season 1, but I kind of wanted to break away from this and try something different. And then I ended up with this one. This one was mostly inspired by Mythical Sausage, and you can see if I go underneath, there's a little bit more headroom for when you're passing under the trees, but we have these fences that kind of come out in groups of 5, and then they kind of thin out as they get closer to the top. So I think we're going to go with something like this in the shopping district, and we can kind of mold this so it doesn't block anything from view or anything like that. And to build these custom trees, we're going to need a lot of oak wood. And I can't remember how much I had, so I thought we would collect some. I thought we would collect some more oak wood just to kind of get us going and make sure we have plenty so we're not wasting time. Nothing happened to him, I promise. Nothing at all. So over at the shopping district, we're going to find these spots that we laid out before with these oak logs, and we're just going to build them up a good height so we can kind of start getting them in place before we start adding in the fences and the leaves. And there we go. I laid out 4 different spots for these custom trees. I did take out a couple of the existing trees, which I might still take out a few more just to clear up the area a little bit, but I feel like these don't obstruct anything too bad, and once we get the foliage in, like the leaves and the fences, they're gonna look really nice. And while I'm building some trees over in the shopping district, we're going to go ahead and start working on the maps for the spawn area as well. Okay, we're gonna start with 6 maps and see how much of the area we can get. So if we throw that one on, ooh, that's a very nice looking one. Okay, so I think we should start with the north and south versions of the map and go from there. Also, did you guys know that you can hold the map in your offhand and you can see the whole map while you're flying around? That's pretty cool. So let's head on over to the vineyard. We haven't been here in a while, and we'll make another map while we're over here. All right, we got a little bit down in that bottom corner to explore, so let's go ahead and fly on over there. Okay, and now we're south of spawn, so we should be able to activate the other map, and boom. Okay, we got just some kind of snowy mountains up here, so that's not too bad. So let's go get these in the meeting hall area and see what they look like. And of course, to do that, I'm going to need item frames, and I don't have very many cows to get leather, so sorry guys. Okay, let's see if I can get this correct. I think if we throw that one, yep, in there, so we should be able to throw this one next to it. There we go. That does not, does that look right? I think that looks right, and then we'll throw it in there. That does not look right to me. Okay, that's looking much better. I'm still not 100% sold on this map, but this one is looking a lot better, because I think if we're looking at this from the viewpoint of north, south, east, and west, this should be the north, and then this one should be the south. So these should be right. So for the next little bit, I spent some time building up these custom trees in spawn, just kind of making sure that the leaves looked right and making sure the branches didn't look wonky at all. And Leaguer decided to join on the stream, so we chatted for a little bit while I was working on the trees, and he helped me put in some foliage and some extra lighting, so that way it wasn't just pitch black along the entire route. And I showed Leaguer the meeting room, and he could already tell that my maps were not 100% correct, so we spent a little bit of time getting those corrected, and we actually decided to take out the wood from the table and encase it in glass, and I think that's going to make it look really, really cool and make it look even more spectacular when we have our meetings in here, or if anyone comes on in and wants to check things out. I wanted to take a second to let you guys know that if you are struggling in any way, you're more than welcome to reach out to myself, and I know that if you're a member of the Scoutcraft community, the other scouts would be more than welcome to talk to you as well. You don't have to struggle alone. Times can get tough, but it always does get better, and I know at times it doesn't seem like that. But I promise you it will. That as a teacher and somebody who understands and sees kids go through this kind of stuff all the time, if you're struggling, please reach out. I'm willing to listen, even if it's just to hear you vent or do anything like that. You're not alone, and I promise you somebody is there for you, including myself. So the other day on stream, I decided to take a trip back to the Nether and started working on a small project. So when we were stuck in the Nether for 3 months, if you did not know that, I started building this framework so that way we could actually, have something besides just netherrack to look at. And that framework was actually placed down below by this giant lava lake where I started building essentially another ship port down here. But with very little blocks to use, I didn't want to really use the Nether block palette, so I just started to wait until we got to the overworld to start building stuff in here. And overall, I think it turned out pretty good. So to wrap up this video, we're going to build another one of these buildings to help make the Nether look a little bit more cozy. I'm remembering why I don't care for the Nether very much, and it's because these guests just do not leave me alone. They are constantly here. Where'd you go? Come on. Where did you go? Oh, there he is. Okay. Go away. Just go. Nailed it. I never thought that I would actually be using birch for anything other than making chests or as firewood, but here we are. I know it sticks out like a sore thumb in the Nether, but I think these builds are actually looking really good, and I love the contrast that I got from the dark oak as the base with a little bit of the birch wood mixed in with the planks and the fences and the stripped birch around. I think it turned out really well. I do want to change out these slabs for a little bit more of the bricks, but I think overall it turned out really good. I wanted to give a quick shout out to Happy Sheep 242. I found their townhouse designs on Pinterest and they were amazing and they did a great job, so I wanted to borrow them and change them up a little bit for my builds. If you guys don't use Pinterest for your build inspirations, you should do that. All right, guys, that is all the time I have for today. If you guys like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more, and don't forget to check out the other episodes from this season and last season if you want to get caught up. But I'm going to do some building here and then spawn and try to get these trees looking even more fancy. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Always remember, the most important thing is to be odd and wash your hands. Peace, guys.